MC Shan calls out Nas for not including him in the 50-year hip-hop celebrations, but then has to apologize. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Okay, man, MC Shan put his foot in his mouth, and I just watched it play out. I'm glad I didn't do my video when the first inkling of this story dropped because everybody was running with it. I was going to do a video, but I didn't. I had mad stuff going on, vacation and this and then the third. Came back only to this morning realize that MC Shan has retracted and apologized to Nas because he put his own foot in his own mouth, and Nas was definitely on his side and he was dead wrong. What happened was MC Shan, the great legendary Queensbridge MC Shan, who has a very colorful past to say the least. He's made a lot of people upset. He's pissed a lot of people off. But one guy that used to say Shan's name without fail, with nothing but love and respect, was Nas. Nas was always throwing Shan's name in his raps. She kept Shan alive when Shan was completely dead out here in these streets. Nobody gave a shit about no Shan, and Shan was getting shouted out by Nas on almost every single album. Fast forward to 50 years hip-hop, some celebrations are going on, whatever's going on with Nas and some company that he's running, Mass Appeal and whoever else, they put something together, and God forbid they didn't put Shan's name on it. This dude got super nuts. It got back to Shan. His name wasn't on whatever 50-year anniversary they was doing. He went straight to Instagram the way Shan does, with absolutely no teeth in his mouth, looking like he was about 89 years old. Start telling Nas, keep my name out your effing mouth. You talking all this 50-year this and that. And when it come down to it, you ain't put Shan on the show. So since you ain't put Shan on the show, you ain't put your money where your mouth is. Keep my name out your mouth. Don't say my name no more ever again the rest of your life. And as far as me being cool with you, that's over. Went nuts. Had about 4 or 5 videos. It went viral. Everybody saying blah, blah, blah. Everybody like, Shan, give it up. You old. This is why the people don't like old school cats. Even I weighed in. I was like, this is why the youth don't respect the old school, because he up here with no teeth in his mouth trying to diss a guy that ain't show him nothing but love. But we didn't hear nothing from Nas. We didn't know what's going on. It went everywhere. Everybody had an opinion. All hip-hop and 5 mics and all these different people got it in with Shan, and Shan was eager. He was drunk. He went online. He went at any and everybody. You was pariahs, you bloggers, ain't nothing, da-da-da-da. I was gonna do a video about this because I was kind of a little perturbed at Shan, even though I understood. Nas always shouting you out. If Nas is shouting you out about hip-hop, oh, my man, Shan did this, Shan did that, da-da-da. Then when 50th hip-hop anniversary come around, you don't include Shan? I kind of had to, let me just clarify. I did not say I agree with the way Shan handled it. I didn't agree with how he handled it, but I agree with what he said. If you are really so into MC Shan, and when the hip-hop 50th come around, you don't call MC Shan, you might want to stop saying MC Shan. And it's a fact. It's just a fact. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened according to Shan, but I'm just saying. And Nas to me, I can barely remember a time when Nas actually was wrong about anything, right? Just to be honest. I don't remember. I'm sure if I think hard enough, I can say, well, Nas, you did that. Well, Nas wearing that N-word shirt to the Grammys, I kind of was like, come on, Nas, you're doing a little too much. Remember he had the N-word shirt with the rhinestones. He had Khalees with the shirt. I was crazy. Like, don't do that to your wife. She got a career. But anyway, he was trying to make a statement and it's whatever. But other than that, I don't see Nas doing a lot wrong. So I reserve judgment. But I kind of was like, nah, Shan got a point, but Shan always bitching. I low-key, legit, I'm going to be honest, and I didn't even remember till today that I had unfollowed Shan. Because Shan was always writing in all caps. He was always angry. He was always bitching and calling people MFs and just on his thing. He was always drinking and just mad and just bitter and just like, you can't have that in your life every day because It does something to your spirit. It does something to your soul. Watching somebody bitter, mad, always mad about everything. They cursing, they angry. I was like, I couldn't do it. I unfollowed Shan. I'm going to be honest with you. I followed him back today because I realized that he's a bigger man than he comes off, because what happened was he went online today and started saying he was wrong. He said, I'm going to have to hold that. I'm not going to try to delete stuff and say I didn't say it, because I said it. I'm going to stand on it because that's how I felt at the time. But he realized that Nas had nothing to do with it, and that Nas and them have reached out to him and he didn't check his phone. Nas and them have reached out to him with a big, quote unquote, big bag deal that was going to set him up lovely, and he don't check his phone, so he didn't see it. So now he got a call from one of the guys, I believe his name was Peter or Paul or something, that he runs the Mass Appeal or whatever he runs. And they talked to Shan about this big deal that's way more than he probably was worth, right? And now Shan has calmed his tone down. He apologized to Nas. It hurt him to apologize. He said, I gotta hold that. He said, if you're a man, you're gonna stand on what you say. You're gonna stand on what you did, and I respect him for doing that. But the simple fact of the matter is, Shan, you could have just made a phone call. You didn't need to go to Instagram and start saying F Nas and this and that and the third, whatever else you was saying. You could have hit up Nas. And I know Nas is a busy man. I mean, according to Shan, it was one of the companies Nas owned. They put it out too fast and they didn't have Shan's name on it for whatever reason. And Nas was like, nah, y'all not gonna do this without Shan. Y'all need to take that down, get in touch with Shan, and let's negotiate this and get him on there. Whatever it was, Nas stopped it in his tracks, said get in touch with Shan. That's when they reached out with Shan, but Shan didn't have his number. I mean, he didn't have his phone, he wasn't checking his phone. The thing went out, and that's where they called Shan at. So, end of the day, Shan overreacts in pure Shan fashion and simply explodes on Nas. Come to find out, Nas had a deal set up for him, and Nas a bigger man. He's not gonna take the deal off the table. Some people so petty. Once Shan would have went online, they would have been like, I scratched the deal, it's over with. And this is probably why people don't be dealing with Shan in the first place. I've been seeing Shan on a couple hip hop shows lately. He was on some of the bigger shows where they had like 50 acts. I seen him on there. I seen him come out. But prior to that, it's a lot of people that don't include Shan, because what you don't understand is all of that rah, you angry all the time, that stuff plays well on Instagram, but not in the real world. Nobody wants to deal with all that. When I can go get Salt and Pepper, who are consummate professionals, right? I can go get you name it, Special Way. I can go get all these people. Chubb Rock. I can go get Slick Rick. I can go get these people. They're going to come do their job and go home. They're not going to be bitching about this and bitching and always complaining and angry, da-da-da. So after a while, you like, I don't want to deal with all that. These old school shows are expensive, and they could lose money if you do it wrong. So we ain't got a lot of time to be worrying about somebody that's actually going to cause problems when they get there. So the less problems they going to get, the better you are. So that's probably why that Shan gets, he says he's been blackballed since the 90s, right? He's been blackballed for 20-something years. It's a reason for it. Look at anybody that's ever said they've been blackballed, and then look at the character. A lot of times they out of pocket. And life is about making it easier for yourself, not harder. So what happened is, I believe that MC Shan is so volatile, it makes it hard for people to work with him. And so this is where we get with Shan going at Nas online instead of hitting him up man to man and finding out now he got to eat his words. But salute to Shan for actually admitting he was wrong, admitting that he made a mistake, because it's a horrible mistake. Nas don't do nothing but look out for people, as you know. Nas is like damn near billionaire. And he don't sit back and try to keep the money to himself. He's always looking out if you're paying attention. He's always. So for Shan to do that, he biting his own nose off, right? It's goofy stuff. And not to mention, you're making the old school look petty by coming out dissing somebody that's from that era to a degree and trying to say that they petty. Well, you don't even have you won't put the decency to put your teeth in your mouth. You said, I got teeth, but I don't like wearing them, right? I'm going to need all my old school cats, the first thing first. I don't care what you got going on. Before you go live, put your teeth in your mouth. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. We don't want to see that. And it makes you look old and decrepit. And it look like, why would I invite you to something to perform when you going to come in there looking like this? I'm just being a buck, bruh. I'm just being a buck. I don't think Shan that much older than me. I'm just being a buck with you. I'm gonna leave it at that. MC Shan, salute for being a bigger man by saying, yo, Nas, I love you, I respect you, and I didn't mean it. I apologize. I was wrong. I stand on it, and I should have waited for more information before I went off. Salute you for being a bigger man. But that comes from not understanding that everything ain't for everything online. You're blaming the bloggers and people who told you this and that and the third, but you did the classic mistake of running with some misinformation or half the information, and you went straight to the middle. You went straight to the social media like these kids do, and that's the problem. Get off social media screaming and put your teeth in your mouth. CLBMG, I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
CLB.